have guests on Have You Speed Your Pants, but today we do. From Caterham Mag 7 Racing, we have Hugh Coulter.
Hi.
So tell me, how did your love for Caterham spark, let alone cars? How did your love for cars spark?
Oh, the car started way back with minis. Mini Coopers, Mini Cooper S's and MG Midgets back in the 60s.
Oh, that's quite interesting. So, how are you doing in the Mag 7 racing?
I didn't have as good a season as last year. Won my class last year, that's 13, and 0-14. I came third in class out of 14 cars. Which was not bad. Could have been second though. We had a couple of things go wrong in the season. But it happens, that's motor racing.
So what's your daily drive?
My daily drive is a Jaguar S-Type.
What was your first car?
A minivan.
Oh, that actually sounds...
Which was a great fun, but it was sort of entry. It was cheaper than a Mini.
It's funny though, because racing drivers are into vans. James Hunt, you know James Hunt, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
James Hunt's favourite car was actually an Austin van.
Was it?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
So how does your wife feel about you racing?
She's okay with it because she used to come. I didn't race when I was young. I couldn't afford to. So I did things like sprints and hill climbs and auto tests, and she used to come with me.
Oh, that's good.
And so then in the 80s, early 80s, I got into go-karting in the Middle East.
I've heard of that.
And so Evie came along, and so did our daughters Susie and Linda.
Oh yes.
They came to the karting as well. So yeah, we've been around motorsport most of the years.
Do you have a particular rival in the Mag 7 racing?
Yeah, about 4 or 5. And we're all the same sort of skill level and the same cars within the class, and it's good close racing.
Oh yes, it sounds very good. Worst crash? What happened in your worst crash?
That's an interesting question. It happened with the white car that I've shown you.
Yes.
And it was first time out. We bought it second hand. We refreshed the engine, got it set up properly, and I qualified second in class first time out. And we got second lap, first bend, and somebody spun in front of me and I T-boned him. So the car wasn't quite written off. They call it a long front. The whole front of the car had to be renewed.
What track was that?
That track was Snetterton.
Oh, okay.
Which is up in Norfolk.
So is there any way the viewers of this channel can watch you race?
Not to my knowledge. You can't watch, but you can go on to, there's a website now called tsl.com, I think it's .com.
Oh yeah?
And what it is they do live timing of all the qualifying circuits in the UK. So you can actually see lap by lap where I am, what position I am in class. But live video, no. We have video on the cars, but it isn't live.
When did you start Mag 7?
I've done 4 seasons now.
Oh yeah, so you probably started 2010?
Yes, yes. 2010 would be the first year of racing.
So how are these Mag 7 cars to drive?
Well, they're fun to drive. There is no sophistication. There's no nothing except a limited slip diff. Straight gearbox, no traction control, no aids, just pure raw power.
Oh yeah.
And they're great fun. They're like go-karts on steroids.
Oh yeah, it sounds quite interesting. So some of you may know that let's just say a lot of people who watch this show don't know that much about cars, and they pretty much know all the big brands, but could you explain what Caterham is?
Yeah, I can. It was Lotus, Lotus 7 in Colin Chapman's day, and the car tooling was bought by a guy called Chris Nairn in, as I said, I think early 70s, and he lived in Caterham, so he used the 7 from Lotus and he had to use a different name, so he called it Caterham 7, and they still are in Caterham in Kent to this day. But it's a little two-seater sports car which was evolved primarily for racing but also for use on the road.
Anyway, I think thank you for your time here on HYSYP Japan.
Yeah, great to meet you.
Tune in
with you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Tune in for the next video. Please subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. And if you want another special guest on the show, just post it in the comments below and I'll see what I can do for you. Until then, and see you next time.